I am Red Cyclone! Yeah!
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome to another episode of the It Gets Better I Swear podcast. I'm your host, Louis Beans, and I'm here with Merc with the mic.
What is going on? What is going on?
Chilling, Merc. I got some breaking news. Because I know you also have a Twitch channel.
Yeah.
Apparently, there's some trimming going on at Amazon. They said they had over 9,000 layoffs across all of its divisions. One of them is Twitch, which they own.
Yes.
They said this happened maybe a little over a half an hour ago from when the time we were recording this. It says Twitch lays off over 400 people and the CEO steps down. And Twitch has undergone mass layoffs as its revenue growth has not kept pace with expectations. So they ain't making that money they wanted, apparently. That sucks to hear, but I mean, that's to be expected because they just started buying up everybody. Amazon started buying up everything, and I assume when they bought Twitch, they wanted the big money. So. Can't grow forever, man. It can't.
That's
So,
true. And I know
I think this says the CEO, his first child was born. He says he reflected on my future with Twitch. So he was like, "Listen, my kid was born. I gotta go."
Yeah.
It's messed up.
Yeah, Twitch's been doing some weird shit too. A lot of people been like not using that source either. So there are a lot of people going to YouTube and Facebook. To do their streams because they could get more revenue off of it.
Yeah, I heard the split for that is not the best out of all of the options.
Yeah.
It does have probably for pure streaming the biggest exposure.
Yeah.
Because that's all it's there for.
Yeah.
It is not like a video service like YouTube, so it's not splitting the demographic. But they ain't trying to pay you. They ain't trying to pay you.
Nope, you're not.
And then it's like another new one I think it's called Kick.
Yeah.
But like before anybody jumps on that bandwagon, that whole thing has been going on for a while of people trying to compete with the big streaming platforms. You gotta wait. You just gotta wait. So
yeah,
this is interesting though. That's kind of crazy though. That's a lot of people laid off.
Yeah.
So we hope you land on your feet.
Yeah.
Did you eat a double down this weekend, Merc? This past weekend?
So I didn't even know what was going on with that. All I know is that people were going to there was a big line in KFC one of my past. So that was what it was for.
So the promotion was if you went to KFC and you ordered a double down, you could also get a code for Diablo 4 for the beta that happened over the past weekend, and I believe it's not over yet. So that's cool, but I think there will be a public one soon. So you don't have to kill yourself with bad food, bad chicken. Don't do it.
No. That I just looked at the sandwich and it kind of like got my stomach like, because I was like, what is?
I can't trust it. Like it's been so long since I've had KFC.
Yeah.
It's just
it's
like,
gonna guarantee. It's gonna guarantee you on the toilet. But you get a beta code off afterwards.
Oh man, you got something to do. Hey, if you got a Steam Deck, you can just play it while you in the bathroom.
There you go. You do double time. Like you get your demo and you can take a shit at the same time.
make sure you take a break. Stand up so your legs don't go to sleep.
Yeah, do that because you can hurt yourself. But yeah,
Oh,
it
man.
does not look appetizing at all either. What is it? It's let's look at
It's a sandwich with no patty. It's 2 chicken
there are
fried chicken
versions.
breasts.
There are different versions of them. European Asia has a different version.
Yeah, but I ain't messing with them.
So the U.S.
Cause
all right. It was actually originally an April Fool's joke.
I don't doubt that.
Yeah. So TV commercials that says it was so much 100% premium chicken, we didn't have room for the bun, and then they actually made the sandwich. I'm actually looking at the history of the sandwich.
It looks like to be honest, the stuff that's on the sandwich is fine. Is what their version of a chicken cutlet.
Yeah.
On both sides, and then bacon and some cheese.
Bacon, cheese,
I
and
think some sauce. Yeah, there's a special sauce in there. And I'm like, that's fine. But it's just like, it's fast food though. It's not like you're going to a restaurant or a deli.
You only need one dough.
Listen, I'm not. No, you need half. Talk about one. You need half.
Well, you just gotta buy it. You give it to a homeless person outside, and just take your code.
Yeah, I also did hear you could have ordered it online, and then said you didn't want the sandwich and just got the code.
Okay.
But I think you still had to pay.
Yeah, you still have
price.
to pay. And I don't think it's that pricey.
I don't know. In 2023 bucks, how much is a double down? It's probably
KFC
probably $20.
Of a double down. Because then we'll make an experiment and we'll get this double down and we'll get a code.
It's probably over though. I think that
was only for a
the
week.
promotion is over. I think you could only buy it last weekend going into this weekend. Because the other way you can get it to the beta was to pre-order the game.
Oh, okay.
Like a normal person.
Like a normal person that don't want diarrhea.
Yeah. It doesn't want to worry about their code.
It's $5.49.
Are you sure those are real list? That's 2023 prices?
I'm on their website.
All right. If that's what they say, that's what they say.
I'm on the KFC app. And they got free double down. Is it considered a sandwich?
I believe so. It's his own thing, just no bread.
Pick store.
I'm looking at a review of one right now.
It's
And they were like, it's okay. It's fine.
It's okay.
Yeah, that's the best thing
Oh wow.
most people can
The
say
city
about
prices
it.
is it's really ridiculous. I will not.
It
spend
is
that
ridiculous
much.
in the city.
Yeah, I will not spend that much on that. No.
No, okay, what is it?
$8.99.
$8.99 for that?
If it was $5, maybe. But that's a meal, and that's something I have to eat because I spent already $80. So I have to eat that.
I mean, yeah, you
I
know,
can't
after tax,
bite the
that's like $10 and shit.
Yeah, like I can't bite the bullet on that. Like that's a meal right there. Like, oh man,
Don't do
why
it to yourself.
KFC of all places?
I don't know. That's mad random because usually video games have tie-ins with stuff like
Taco
Mountain
Bell.
Dew.
I remember Halo with Taco Bell.
I know.
That's
Dark
the only one
times.
I know.
But like, usually it's like a beverage. It's like junk food.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
usually
yeah.
Doritos,
Doritos
Mountain
and
Dew.
shit.
That's the typical one. But there was like Monster with GTA back in the day. There was, I think Monster was like all
Monster
companies.
does Apex though.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like usually it's energy drinks and just snacks and stuff. But
Now I'm
they
gonna
went-
get like advertisements for KFC everywhere I go.
Damn, my bad. I didn't mean it. The algorithm, they got you, son. You looked at KFC once.
Yeah.
That's it.
was telling my friend the other day, like, this is too TMI, but like Jackie had surgery, so she needs assistance. So there's like a thing we call the poop helper, the wiper helper, which is like a stick that helps you wipe. So now that's all she goes in my house. This is poop sticks. I'm like, what the fuck? I looked up one.
I didn't know there were so many varieties.
Exactly. I got like 3 different ones. One that has like a super powered stick that you could easily grip. I'm like, I didn't know I need this much grip for shit. Yeah.
Got an extender on this one.
Early access beta. Let's see what they do. Purchase, repurchase.
So I mean, I guess it's still more than pre-ordering the. I mean, it's not more. It's a commitment, but it's not more than pre-ordering the game itself. Because I think you pay. I think unless it's like GameStop, I think you pay full price, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Hold off. I'm not like.
Yeah, I mean, if there's a public one happening soon anyway,
yeah,
I'll just wait. So that's cool.
It's not one of those games I'm like dire need of, so I could hold off. I like Diablo, but it would be one of those games that I'll line up buying like for $30.
It looks really fun.
It does look really good, and
I don't know how I feel about it now.
Yeah,
like it's pushing its way up to a game that, because it's June 6th, which is the same day as Street Fighter.
Yeah,
it's pushing its way up there. If it wasn't the same day as Street Fighter, I'd be like, I don't know, I might look into getting it the first week.
Yeah,
but because Street Fighter, I'm like, I can't do that. I can't do that.
Yeah.
So, gonna have to wait.
Hasbro has a lot of sales right now.
I did see you got the Street Fighter.
Yeah, I got all 4 of them. So Hasbro has a warehouse sale that's going on to the end of this month, and $30 figures.
Is it like members only?
Yeah. So I still have the membership to like next month, so I'm not gonna renew it. But so you get 35% off if you're a member. No, you get 40% off if you're a member. You get 30% off if you're not a member.
Got you.
So I was able to get the Street Fighter figures. They go for $20. They usually go for $30 each. I got them down to $17 each.
Okay.
So I was like, all right, let me jump on these because I will not see this price again. So I got the Cammy, the Chun-Li, the Ryu, and the Ken Power Ranger figures.
Gotcha.
They look cool. I'm happy with them. I also got the Time Force motorcycle, Blue Ranger with the motorcycle, which he's also like a $40 figure that he went down to like $25. So I was like, all right, let me grab that too. And yeah, those are the ones I grabbed. GameStop right now has like a pro sale right now that you could get the. I paid less than that, so I'm fine with that. The Street Fighter figure right in GameStop right now is like $23. I was like, all right, I paid $17, so I'm a little better with that. But they have a sale right now for the pros. If you have a pro membership, they have a lot of figures on sale right now. You get 30% off on them.
Good stuff.
Yeah. I see the ones I'm missing. I'm like, all right, I might actually have to grab those. Anyway. But yeah, there's a lot of sales going on. But yeah, I got the Street Fighter ones in. They're really cool looking. I haven't opened the boxes yet. They are winless boxes, so there's still the big mystery if those are the actual figures in there or not. Even if it comes from the warehouse, there's still a big chance that someone fucked with you.
I hope not. They don't want lawsuits.
Nah, they don't want these hands. I'll go to Hasbro. I'll just take shit. Like, what is this? I'll take it.
Exactly. I saw your boy, the completionist, bought all the games.
Yeah, I saw
that are on the Nintendo eShop because the Wii and 3DS store closed, I believe, this past week.
Yeah.
Oh no, it says it's going to shut down the 27th for this month, so it's almost time for it to say bye-bye.
Yeah.
Next week Monday. And he said it ended up being $9,673 for 866 Wii U games.
Damn.
$13,118 for 1,547 3DS games.
Damn.
And it says it also includes DSi and Virtual Console games for both of those systems as well, and the DLC.
So you bought Mario like 3 times probably on each system.
Maybe. But it's interesting that he did it, because now he can catalog all of them. But it's just like now that's just what you have to do now.
Yeah.
When the digital stores close for good and they don't plan on rolling all those games over to the next service, and obviously stuff that didn't get updated, like obviously you can't put every Wii U game on the Switch. It has to be ported to the Switch.
Yeah.
Same thing for the 3DS stuff, because obviously that was made for a different system.
Yeah. Taking
Taking advantage of the dual screen and the 3D. So that there's just a loss of functionality there for a lot of games. But it's interesting because it's Nintendo. It's like they just like, now we don't want to have these servers on. Goodbye. And it's crazy. I only say it's crazy to think about because the 3DS was one of like the surprisingly one of the highest selling consoles they had also.
Yeah.
Wii U, not so much. But 3DS, there's an extreme amount of 3DS units out in the world. So that's interesting. Not really sad. Do you have any fond memories of the Wii U or 3DS?
3DS, yeah. I love the 3DS. It was a really fun console. I played a lot of it. I actually even liked the little Street Pass game they gave you. When you just get random people near you, they give you little characters for the little RPG game they had.
Okay. I never did actually play it.
Yeah, I used to play it all the time. And then especially when I worked in Grand Central, I got tagged by every month. So I used to get massive people on my fucking Street Pass. Like I used to maximize the limit of people you had every day because of it. Just being in Grand Central.
Gotcha. That's cool.
I did like a lot of the Game Boy Advance stuff that like they actually you were able to buy on there and play in there, like the Mario Advance series and stuff like that. I did like the remake of Ocarina of Time. I actually did that. I think that's where I actually finished Ocarina of Time for the first time. It was on the 3DS, so.
Mm-hmm.
So I enjoyed that system a lot. It was a really good Wii U. I think it was I feel Wii U could have did a lot more with that style of system, and they just failed.
Yeah, I think they had an idea, and they instead of refining it to the best that it could have possibly have been, I feel like it was a little underwhelming.
100%.
I mean, it still had good games on that system, but like. It kind of did feel like the Wii upgrade. It's just that they killed themselves with that name, though.
How you not have a Star Fox game that your cockpit is the controller?
They had a game, but remember, it was tied to other
sucked.
stuff. Yeah, but it was like that's not even the real issue that it was a bad game. It was just that it wasn't even the right type of game, so they wasted resources.
No, 100%. I am saying, like, how do you not have a Star Fox game to use the console as a cockpit?
Mm-hmm.
That controller, it was made for that shit.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
I feel like they didn't take advantage of that controller at all. And I feel like they had hints of things that did take advantage of it, but there's a lot more that did not than there are. Like the Batman Origins, the Batman Arkham Asylum on the Wii U, they took advantage of it. Like you all the little mini games you had to do with like the sound testing and things like that were all on that, all on the Wii U the Wii U pad.
Yeah.
And you had control there. Lego City Undercover. They took advantage of that, and like all the beeps and things like that were all beyond there. So like again, like go to Wii U games. A lot of the games, if there was like one screen, they used the other one as a map. They did that, but again, there was no really interactive. It was for a touchscreen screen. There was no interaction on it, and that didn't make no damn sense.
Yeah, and it wasn't even the best touchscreen.
No.
And again, the time period and where the technology was, and just the cost to keep the cost down. It was like it couldn't be but a certain quality of screen also. So it's just like that seems like an idea that was pretty much beta testing the Switch.
Yeah.
Because the Switch ended up taking advantage of a lot more touch-friendly things, and then again, it kind of just saw where the controller needed to go.
Yeah.
Like less is more, because it's like, yeah, you could just have the pad and the buttons.
Yeah.
And you can control that, and you just put a little thing in between, and you got your what you call that, the control. What do you call the controllers for the Switch now?
The Joy-Cons.
Yeah, you basically have a complete Joy-Con that you can just detach from the main screen.
Yeah.
Plant the screen anywhere you want to, and put the little piece in between the controllers, so you have like the feel of the controller.
Yeah.
And even that's okay, but to be honest, you still want a Pro Controller.
Yeah.
If you're using that version, like I think the Lite is probably like a better realized version of that idea.
Yeah.
But like I still think as far as touchscreen gaming can go, there's still more room for improvement.
Yeah, I have the Lite. That's the one I mainly use on my Switch, is the Lite. Just because I'll say this 100%. I probably played one game on my TV screen.
Mm-hmm.
And that was Mario Odyssey. That was the only game I actually played on the TV screen. The rest I always played on the go.
Gotcha.
So I always used the Wii U as a Go system. And I don't even use it no more anymore. Oh, the Switch, yeah, the Switch. I don't even do that anymore because I have my iPad. And I play my PS5 on the Go now.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't even touch that anymore. And I saw they added the Game Boy Advance games and stuff like that, but they don't let you change the controllers either, which is annoying as hell too.
That's weird. That doesn't sound like it's thought through. The only thing I still don't like about that entire service is that you can't play anything if you don't have the service.
Yeah, you
like,
need the service.
You can let me pay a price to get access to those games for like give me 10.
Yeah.
Let me give you $20 for 10 games or something. Like I don't like not, because if you buy those, if they were to sell you them individually, they're going to be marked up.
Yeah, 100%.
So you're going to end up paying like hundreds of dollars to buy all those games. Really, you just probably would pay for like 5 or 10 and be good if they had like a reasonable price point. That's probably what most people would do.
Yeah.
And I think that's the only hostage point to their service.
Yeah.
Because I'll be honest with you, I ain't paying for online. I haven't paid for online in God knows how long since I started playing on PC. You just don't. So that's something I don't think I ever want to go back to.
Yeah.
And if your service is not interesting me more than just the ability to play against other people.
Yeah.
Mind you, I don't mean to sound negative on the Switch, but when you talk about multi-platform, you're not gonna get me to pay for the service to play a subpar version of a game. You're just not. And specifically, just me in the case of Monster Hunter, like I'm playing. I have both versions of the game. I understand how they run. One only runs in 30 frames.
Yeah.
Because that's the limits of the system. I'm not dogging the system, but like, listen, dog, you're not gonna get me to pay to play online with a subpar version of Monster Hunter. I'm good. So, I think the next iteration of that system, but they could push things forward, right? But I think that service needs a little kick in the pants, because it needs to be reworked to be worth more. I think.
Yeah, I agree. Like I do the family plan just because my nieces use my account, so that's the reason why I have it. Because mainly my nieces, but I do have the extra stuff. I guess not paying for the Mario Kart. I guess I didn't pay for any of the courses and things like that. But again, I don't play it enough to like justify like I do it mainly for my nieces, but but like I have the premium for the PlayStation. I actually use it because there's a lot of games that I kind of missed out that I've been actually catching up on and playing on that service just because they have a lot of the PS2, PS3 games. But some of them play like fucking trash too. Like,
so they still haven't fixed any of that stuff?
No, because I
they
think
still emulating it.
Yeah, I think, and that's a big problem.
Not emulating it. They're still streaming a lot of that stuff.
Yeah,
right? It's not you don't actually have the game. You're
streaming
on the service.
Yeah. A lot of the classic ones are all like streaming. Yeah.
If the list was complete, I would probably look more into it. But I know it's far from complete.
No, it's far from complete.
There's stuff that I want that's obscure that it just will never be on there.
There's good ones there though. There are good ones there. But
is Chaos Legion for PS2 on there?
It's not.
I highly doubt.
I heard they're working on with Capcom for past games.
We'll see. I mean that's fine, but there's some stuff that I just want them to have that is just not anywhere else. Period. That they should have because it was on the system.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I agree.
That's my main issue, and that's kind of why, in a we would say facetious way, I'm not being sarcastic, but like, man, thank God for emulators and stuff, because there's some stuff I got that just you can't buy it.
Yeah.
You can't buy it, and I had to download it. Like, cause there's nowhere on the internet legally that I can pay for Phantasy Star Portable 2. Yeah. I want to pay for it, but you won't let me pay for it. So I gotta do what I gotta do. You know what I mean? Like this stuff like that.
No, I got that 100%. Because there be games that I actually want to see, that I actually like want to stream and stuff like that. Like I was talking, me and Tenacious T, I thought about going through all the storylines of the WWE games, starting from the older games. But like I can't, like they don't have them on streaming or on the service or anything like that. Like none of the 2K, the SmackDown versus Raws are on the service. That would be fucking amazing if they actually put them on there, but they're not on there. So I would like to see that. Like I've been collecting them, but I can't. Like if I use them, I had to stream them. I had to like connect a bunch of things to my computer to stream it. If not, I can't do it. If I could do it easily, as in I pay for a premium package and you give me all the WWE games from the history on there, I will fucking be in heaven, because I will actually play every single one of those games just to see the differences and actually do the storylines and stuff like that, because we actually been really thinking about doing that.
I said some companies need to just do that, because so many of them looking for revenue. Like you got a backlog, dog. Come on.
Yeah.
What you doing? You got all this stuff collecting dust. Come on, yeah. And speaking of collecting dust, somebody at Tromaville does not want the Toxic Avenger or the Toxic Crusaders to collect dust.
Yeah.
This one you showed to me, it is on the Retroware YouTube channel.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the publisher, they're doing both. Developed and published by Retroware. It is Toxic Crusaders, the beat 'em up, and it is based on the 1991 cartoon.
Yes, wow, it was. It actually had a game too. It had a game for Sega Genesis, I think.
Yeah, it did have games back in the day. I had a figure line and everything. We went through the Toxic Avenger movies.
Yeah.
Nothing like the games.
Oh no.
Oh no. But in this one, it says you clean up the mean streets of Tromaville, one radioactive goon at a time, and it has the original theme. So, well, a remix
rendition of the original Toxic.
Yeah, of the original theme to the cartoon. So that's cool. It doesn't have a date. It's just I think it's so. Here's the thing I was talking to somebody about with certain games. They want you to wish list them on Steam and stuff. So like when they just do a trailer and the game's not out. Like an example of a game that just came out for Switch, but not for everything else, I believe, was Bomb Rush Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
And that's the game that's the spiritual successor to Jet Set.
Yeah.
And it's an indie game, and they got the main music guy from Jet Set, so they wanted to get that sound to go with the look.
Yeah.
But what they did before that game had come out was to get the popularity up and to put it in front of eyes you wish listed on Steam, in addition to whatever else you do. So this one I see is in that same phase.
It has like a big Shredder's Revenge feel to it.
Yeah, I think it's smart.
Yeah.
They took some cues from Shredder's Revenge, but there's a little bit of depth there I'm seeing in that combat, and I'm hoping it's actually there. I'm hoping it's balanced good. I hope it's not too repetitive. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna I'll definitely probably purchase it.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure it won't be a full price game either. So.
Yeah, probably like $20. I say the most $20.
I say 25. It's 2023, man.
No, 20. I'll say 20 to $30.
Yeah. So I'm definitely keeping that on the radar. So we'll look for that.
Yeah, it's coming out late 2023. If you're actually like interested in the toy line and stuff like that, Super 7 has like a new versions of the original figures, so definitely check that out if you're interested. They did Toxie, they did the Wolf, they did the villain, the Trooper already. Those are the ones they did already.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're interested in the old toy line, they've been doing them little by little.
Who's that now?
The Toxic Crusaders.
No. Who's doing what?
Super 7.
Who's doing the toy?
Super 7.
Oh, Super 7. Okay.
Yes. They have Toxie. They have the Trooper with the gas mask and shit, and then they have the Wolf.
Okay.
I don't know the Wolf's name.
Are they out now?
Yeah, they're out there now.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, I've seen Toxie in Forbidden Planet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. That's cool.
Yeah, so that's coming.
That's Super 7, so that's quality.
Yeah. Pricey, but quality.
I mean, you get what you pay for.
Yeah.
Is that it? Got anything else?
Oh
yeah. Well, there's videos up on the channel of the Exo Primal open beta that happened this past weekend. That one was limited. I believe it was Friday through Sunday. It is now Monday. It is over.
Yeah.
It is a game by Capcom that is. People thought it was Dino Crisis when they saw it, and it made a lot of people sad. But it's an interesting mix of things. It's a hero third-person shooter, so it's got elements of what you would find in Overwatch, which is a hero shooter, which each individual character you pick is very, very different from each other.
Yeah.
They have powers. They have very, very wildly varying looks and stuff, different loadouts, and there's small things you can customize on each one. And then gameplay-wise, because it's a third-person shooter, the feel of it is closer to Lost Planet.
Yeah.
Like the sniper rifle, the machine, what do you call it? The assault rifle, the heavy machine gun and stuff. There's a grenade launcher in there. Those feel closer to Lost Planet. Then there's characters that fly around and shoot like these slower but tracking projectiles. There's the healers. There's like cannon, like this sniper cannon that you can put on different characters. And then you all have like an ultimate move, which is tailored to the character type, but is wildly different. So none of them feel the same. It felt good. Like the one thing I will say, the netcode seemed to be working pretty good. There was very few instances that I felt of me shooting the enemies and the bullets not hitting and people floating around and things and people teleporting and stuff like that.
Yeah.
There was very few of that, so that's a good thing. As far as what they have you doing, I thought the objectives were fun. It's just the part where at the end of this one that they had you play. I guess there were probably going to be different modes in the full game, but this one was something called just survival. And at the end of survival, you end up fighting the other team, but not like head to head. Is basically you have to try to stop each other from completing the goal. So you don't have to just kill the other team, but there's one version of the objective where you collect these chips, and you can just collect the chips by waiting for the timers to run down and then they'll show up on the map and then go pick them up.
Yeah.
Usually the area is populated by dinosaurs, so you have to fight the dinosaurs. But you can also kill other players and steal their chips to add to your score. So there's that element of you can do this, but you can also do that, which I think is fine. It's just I feel that the most interesting part of that game is the dinosaurs. Is you versus dinosaurs. Like that part interests me the most. And I think if they can nail that and maybe the variety of what they can have in the final game, if it's bigger than what they show you here, then I think it'll definitely be something that a lot of people might flock to.
Nice.
So like at first I thought it was like, just look at this wacky ass game. This looks bananas. But like, oh, there's a solid foundation here. So I might check it out. I don't know exactly when it's coming out, but I definitely might pick it up. Maybe not a day one purchase, but like it's not something that I'm just gonna ignore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
nice. All right. I picked up WWE 2K23. I haven't had a lot of time with it, but what I've played so far, it looks very pretty and it actually plays pretty solid. It plays a lot like last year's. They fixed some of the little mechanics here and there, but a lot of the stuff was from the same thing from last year. But the character models look a lot better. The way they did the hair was a lot better this time around. I did see some of the silliness, but I'm also like the silliness that happens, the glitchy wise, are usually really funny. So I don't mind it that bad. But it's been fun so far.
I know that when you show me with Cody on top of the hell of a stuff.
Yeah.
Every diet. Oh man, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
See, those things are just funny. It's like whatever. I can't even like get mad at that. But it plays pretty good. The entrances are pretty on point with things. I kind of wish it. So there's things that are just dated. Like Dominic Mysterio is still like the Rey Mysterio's son and not like the Judgment Day Dom.
That bugs me.
So like little things like that. Like I see that they update it as much as they can, but there's some people they just forgot to do.
Yeah, I know. They made a point to show Sami Zayn, and then there's like other people who are just as important. I'm like, but you didn't put this version of them, and they were that version before he got that shirt.
King Woods.
King Woods, yes sir.
He's in your game as a GM.
It's a travesty.
He's been sponsoring your game like crazy, and y'all couldn't put King Woods in?
Bow down.
With the theme song? I wanted the theme song. I was going to use that as the theme song for my guy. So I was like, God damn, it's not in this. I was mad.
What a shame. What a shame.
That was going to be my theme song. I still haven't created. I haven't even touched the creative. But what I've seen from the creative wrestler, it's really good.
Yeah. It's starting to remind me of the fidelity wise. It's starting to remind me of the Team Ninja games, the Neo and stuff.
Yeah, because the
faces and the faces and the hair, like they finally get into where it doesn't look silly and stuff, and it just has one-to-one with some other people. Like they getting there. They mostly got there.
Like so, I've seen some people made Omega, and Omega's on point. Like facial features and everything like that. I think someone made Britt Baker and she was on point with facial features and everything like that. So
that looked good.
It's actually
I saw somebody made Caleb Braxton because the I don't know if you remember the joke from last year when they showed her in the game and
Yeah.
she was buff.
Hmm.
So now she keeps talking about how she has unrealistic expectations because her character's so buff. I was like, that's really funny.
Yeah.
And now people are making her and giving her different gear. I'm like, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
So, all right, it's good. It's good to hear that the game is good.
I'm happy with it. But
Yes, sir.
I'm looking forward. I have a couple of games that are coming up that I'm looking forward to, but this is hold me off for now.
Gotcha.
Yeah, man. How
All
you
right.
doing in Ishin?
I did not play this weekend because I was making videos for Exo Primal.
Nice.
We'll
Yeah,
start
check
back.
out the YouTube, RedCycloneInc. Check out those streams.
Yes, sir. Do it.
Give us likes.
And then
Subscribe.
I started the Tales of Arise playthrough, so
Okay,
check
cool.
that out as well.
Cool. Yeah.
That is an
Follow
action RPG by Bandai Namco.
Yes. All right. You want to go to this movie then?
Yes, sir. The movie for this week, Push,
Yes.
2009. It is PG-13. It is an hour and 51 minutes. The release date for the movie says February 6th.
Yes.
The premiere was in January, it says. This movie is directed by Paul McGuigan.
Yeah, he did. The one thing I know he did was Lucky Number 11.
I see that on here.
That was a good
Yes.
movie.
I did not see that. I see. Well, no, that's it. I did see.
Oh, Lucky 7.
He
Yeah.
directed 2 episodes of Luke Cage.
There you go.
I wonder which ones. Hopefully not in season 2.
Yeah, he did Lucky Number 11. That was the one movie I knew that of his that I was like, all right, that was actually pretty good. Anything else? He did Sherlock. He did a lot of British shows. So Sherlock, Scandal. Well, Scandal's not British, but did a lot of TV.
Gotcha.
Good for him.
It was written by David Borla. This movie stars Colin Ford as young Nick,
Yes.
Noel Gresh as Nick's father, Jimon Hansu as Henry Carver, Dakota Fanning as Cassie Holmes. Interesting. I thought that was the sister,
Yeah.
but I realized this is 2009.
We don't need the doctors.
Roberta Sonos, Division Doctor, Brandon Rhea, Division Doctor, Camilla Bell as Kira Hudson,
Yes.
Neil Jackson as Victor Darren, Chris Evans as Nick Grant. Let's see.
Chung-Li is in this movie.
Yeah, but she's where is she in the movie? Like, when it's Wu.
Ming
So-
Na Wen. She was Emily Wu.
Yeah, I got it. She's Emily Wu. That's about it. There's one other character, the guy that they was in the
Corey
Did we get him
Stoll as Agent Mac. You had Scott Michael Campbell as Agent Holden. So those are the two agents that was with him. One was in, if you recognize him, he was in Ant-Man, the first one. He's also MODOK in the new one.
Oh, I see now. Okay.
And
okay.
Digimon, you said him.
Yeah,
right?
well, he's in the top.
I always know him
Do they
as
have the?
who? The Star-Lord. That's what I know him as. Who?
I know him as my son
Yeah.
from Blood Diamond.
He was also really good in Shazam. He was the guy.
The wizard.
Yeah. He was
Also,
good.
they said he came back.
Yeah.
They said he's back.
Yeah. I like him as an actor. He's pretty good. He's in a lot of things.
He says they don't be paying him enough money. That's
And I
pretty
agree.
messed up.
I agree because he's douchey kills it too in every movie he's in. I'll agree with him 100%. Pay the man.
Get that man his money.
More the money.
So what was this movie? This movie is just on the list because it's a superhero movie,
It's an indie comic.
or was it like graphic?
It was
Oh,
off
it's
an
a
indie comic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you ever get to read Push? Or
No, I did not. I actually looked it up today, and I was like, "Whoa, is this a superhero?" And it's off of an indie comic. I think it was off of an indie publisher too. It was like one of
Okay.
those movies that, like when Spider-Man and X-Men did good, all the other movie studios was looking for movies to sign,
Understood.
something like that. So there was a lot of like powers and stuff like that in here too.
So the premise of this one is two young Americans with special abilities must race to find a girl in Hong Kong before a shadowy government organization called the Vision does. And I find that funny because I think Tom Clancy, I don't know if this was before or after, but it's because it's Tom Clancy, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt that he made up an organization that ended up having like to do with, I guess, like powered threats, because that's kind of what the game, the Division, is like. You're a unit that has to go against these people, but it's not really like superpowers. I think there's like one person that has psychic powers, but like there's mostly like small insurgents in the city and whatnot after I think it was a biological event went down and everything.
Yeah.
So that's where I know the Division from Tom Clancy. Shout outs to the Jinkies because he played the Division.
Yeah, he liked it. Zack Ryder.
But it's not that Division. So what is this? So what you gonna say?
No, go ahead. I just saw Broski. That's why I just he's in this four-way tag, and he's with Eve Mendes. So this is before it came to him off the balcony, or off the stage.
Oh, okay.
Came
Okay, that was when he had the neck brace.
Yeah, he threw him off the thing.
Okay. Was not watching, but that why is that so iconic? I don't know. It is.
Because he even mentioned it many times too. This is when the Bella Twins, you could tell them apart. You couldn't tell them apart because they looked exactly the same. This is before Nikki changed. Yeah. That's cool. Anyway, go back to the movie. I decided to see Broski. It made me happy. So we got two young Americans with special abilities must race to find a girl in Hong Kong before the shadowy government organization called. You just said that. So they pretty much was looking for people with powers and everything like that. You kind of see the beginning of Chris Evans actually building up, like when he was younger, going into showing that he had powers and whatnot. He actually used his powers also to gamble and make money to eat.
That's it seemed like a theme.
I enjoyed it. It was a fun. It was an okay movie. It had a lot of weird special effects. I won't say it was really bad, but it looked like a bunch of visible men holding guns because they would just use their powers to hold guns up and shit. So that kind of made me laugh because I was saying it was like a bunch of John Cena shooting at each other. But
it looked okay. But I know this is before he was Captain America, right?
Yeah, this is way before.
But after Human Torch, so he's already two different powered beings.
Yes, and he was also in a lot of romantic comedies.
This is true.
He was in Nanny Diaries.
But as far as 2009, when does Captain America come out?
The next year.
The next year. Okay.
Yeah.
So he's probably already filming that, maybe.
Yeah.
It was a good plot. I thought like everything made sense. I like where the story went. It was a little dry at parts.
I agree with that. It went a
But
little too long.
I will say when they introduced different abilities
Yeah.
and the people who could use the different stuff, they did do the due diligence to show you each person using their powers, what they were using it for, how they mastered them. Like Chris Evans, they showed you his telekinesis and whatnot. And because he had it from a young age, he had time to grow with it.
Yeah.
But then you get to see him later on fight the agents, the Vision telekinetic guy, and they have a battle, which is pretty cool. You see Jiman Hansu's power basically was like mind control.
Yeah.
Or extreme suggestion.
Yeah.
Where he makes one of the guys who he believes has been compromised, he makes him shoot himself. I thought that part was dumb because they went through the trouble of making all these special effects and have so much. One thing I could say about this movie, visually they went through the trouble of like making it stand out, so it does stand out because like there's set pieces here, there's some areas are very vibrant, some areas are very like dark, like because it's interesting because they're mostly in China, but the setting is China. Like they go through they go through a whole bunch of different types of like Chinese environments, like the restaurant. They have the typical running outside and people are on the boats and stuff. They have like the little slums. They also go to like the little high rises and stuff like this. So it's varied. It's not the same place. So the different scenes do stand out.
Yeah.
But I will say, it's just like some of them, it wasn't even, I'll say.
Yeah.
Like some stood out way more than others.
Yeah.
But I will give them credit for like introducing the people's different power. Like the guys that screamed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when you first see them, I didn't know what was happening, and then I realized, oh, they have like supersonic screams like Banshee. And I'm like, oh damn.
And, Chung Lee's character had like a body. She was cracking people's backs with her shit.
Well, I know.
No, it was the other person.
She was the Chinese character was the one that she could touch things, and she was what they called, I think, a watcher. She could touch things to get a vision.
Just like the
They got premonitions of the future. Yeah, she was like an older version of that. And then there was the other Chinese girl that was on the bad guy side. Like there's a whole other faction, the family, basically, because they had a name, their family name.
Yeah.
They had their own superpowers. So they had the Screaming Sons, and they had the girl that she was a watcher as well. And they teased her when they outran her and stuff. They outsmarted her that, oh, so this little girl is better than you, and so that caused a rivalry between the two of them.
Yeah.
And it was like an interesting through line that they couldn't kill Chris Evans because they needed him, because the visions had him in it. So they needed it. It was like messing with the timeline almost. So like they just couldn't do certain things. They had to let things flow, but they had to be on their ass. So like they had to follow them, but they couldn't like stop them because Chris Evans and Dakota Fanning's mission was to find this girl who they didn't know why they had to find her, but she survived being drugged with the super drug that was going to like supercharge anyone who had powers. It was going to supercharge their abilities. But the kicker was it would instantly kill you before, but her surviving, she found out later that it was slowly killing her and that she needed regular injections to stay alive. So there was that was like the main through line, that girl having to be found and taken care of before she died, basically.
Yeah.
But then the other part was the family needed her because they wanted to use her. They didn't even know about her being sick part in the beginning. So it's cool how all these things end up revolving around each other without interacting, but then they all come to a head at the end of the movie. So again, it wasn't very confusing.
Yeah.
It's just that it wasn't not my cup of tea throughout the entire movie. So not to say it was bad though.
Okay. Yeah, it wasn't that bad. So where you give it?
I'll give it a 3.
popular. So your threes consist of Zoom Academy, Spirit, Batman Begins, Blade Trinity, Sky High, Monkey Bone, 30 Days of Night, Men in Black 2, and X-Men.
You can put it above the Spirit.
Okay. I think I'm gonna go the same score with 3, and it will be. So my threes consist of Batman Begins, Monkey Bone, American Splendor, X-Men, Sky High. I'll put it over Batman Begins. So push is done. We have hit 51 movies that we have did within this list of movies that we have. Now we go to our next movie, which is Watchmen.
Okay. All right. That's not bad.
That's on HBO Max.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I watched Push on Tubi.
Nice. I did watch Push also on Tubi.
Because it was there.
And the one thing I actually like using Tubi on the TV is like if you pause it for a long enough time, it doesn't register the commercials.
Oh, okay.
So it's like they don't even count the commercials anymore at the point. So I was like, sweet, I don't have to watch for commercials.
Nice.
But yeah, Watchmen is next. Wolverine Origins next week. Sarah Gray says following. Whiteout is after that. Defender, Paperman, Loser, Kick-Ass, Iron Man 2. Jonah Hex, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, Red, Green Hornet, I Am Number 4, Thor, X-Men First Class, Green Lantern. So Push was 2 years. Captain America is 2 years later than Push.
Okay, 2 years. Gotcha.
That's because Captain America is 2011.
Nice.
So they did probably just start filming for Captain America. So Watchmen's next. That's our rated R one. There's another rated R one. All right.
Yes, sir. Thank you for listening to another episode of the It Gets Better I Swear podcast. Make sure you check us out anywhere and everywhere. That is RedCycloneInc on YouTube. That is on SoundCloud, Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram. We have a Spotify, and we got a WordPress, so check it out. Where you at, Mark?
Follow me on Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, YouTube, SoundCloud, and Twitch, all Mark the Mic. Also follow my TikTok, Mark with the Mic. I have figures, everything in between, beers, and everything else. So definitely check that out. Give us a follow and like and subscribe. Also, shout outs to Popcorny Podcast. I was on a guest on there last night. Check it out for the COC, the character clash of characters. So I did my last couple of rounds of that one, so definitely check it out. Shout outs to Tenacious D and Shiracha, Jeremy. They're both of the hosts of those casts. I'm on there here and there, so definitely check it out. It's on Popcorny on Spotify and on SoundCloud. Check them out. And that's all I got. Always remember, follow the Jinkies.
He's hungry.
And don't get that and stop shit. Fucking Scott Steiner.
No double down.
Yes.